I've already been impressed with the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, but that was when the weather was really nice outside. Now, the weather outside is frightful, very snowy, and I can really test the all-wheel drive system. So, what will I think? Let's find out. Now, in terms of pricing for the Outlander Sport, it ranges from about $19,000 to $25,000. My all-wheel drive equipped test car comes in at just under $24,000. It does have the premium package, which adds a power driver seat, the Rockford Fallskate sound system, and you're out the dealer door at just under $26,000, $25,820. So very fair money for this CUV SUV that really feels a lot like a car. So what's new for 2014? Well, if you have the continuously variable transmission, there's a balance shaft in the engine that's different. Also more sound editing. What you'll really notice is the steering wheel now has audio controls, so that's great for convenience. And there's a couple other minor things with the sound system and navigation that you might notice per package. But basically, it's the same thing. And I was impressed last time, and guess what? It's still excellent. You know, the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport to me is kind of like the girl that maybe you went to school with and you never paid attention to her, but all of a sudden you see her across the room or something, or you get to talking and you really find out how great she is, and you end up dating her, and you're wondering why you never noticed any of this stuff before. She's not the best looking girl out there. She's not the most ostentatious. She's not trying to stand out and be showy, but everything she's got is great. And that's exactly like the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. Just a great all-around compact utility vehicle, small SUV, whatever you want to call it. It really does bring you everything you want. All-wheel drive for safety. Also the option to just have two-wheel drive for fuel economy. Excellent. It's got heated seats, available tech, navigation, things like that. So it's very well rounded, and all in all, it's a total package. So for the record, I've actually been driving around in front-wheel drive only, but given the current conditions, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to all-wheel drive. And you can either put it in four-wheel drive auto or four-wheel drive lock. And the Outlander Sport really just tracks true and grips very well. No problems whatsoever. Let's try a quick stab of the brakes here. Remember, anti-lock, just press and hold. Let the brakes do the work for you. Very nice. Checking out the night look. I like the gauges here. Also the infotainment screen. Not crazy about the red glow here, but it does show up well at night. Well, approaching a highway on-ramp. And we've got adequate power to pass traffic and merge onto an on-ramp. You also have these crazy cool paddle shifters that remind you that this has rally roots. The roots of the Mitsubishi Evo. So you know that the all-wheel drive system can take on whatever you can throw at it. Now you can also shift down here, which I prefer, but these paddle shifters are actually quite long. They actually come out the bottom of the wheel so that if you're turning, you can shift up or down using those paddle shifters. So they're very well engineered, although it is a little underpowered to really enjoy paddle shifting and manual shifting in general. But still adequate power to get you on the highway and to let you pass slower traffic. So it's snowy outside and it's nighttime, but I've got good ground clearance, and it's really been a joy to drive in the bad weather. Can get a little twitchy, does tend to understeer, but as long as you're not pushing it, it's very, very easy to control and very predictable. Now in terms of just the general comfort level, I really like the seat, very snug, heated seats. It's kind of in a quirky place, but it's keeping me warm. The ventilation controls have been great. They've kept the windows debris free, and it also has a rear windshield wiper too, which is really nice for clearing off the snow. Competition for the Outlander Sport comes from the likes of the Mini Countryman, also the Nissan Juke, Mazda CX-5, Kia Sportage, but really those other cars, many of them, the Juke and the Countryman, certainly make a bold statement, but you know, I think the Mitsubishi Outlander benefits from being the wallflower. You know, it might not be the obvious choice, but when you drive it, I think you'll really like it, and really, that's what makes it stand out. The fact that it's pretty pedestrian, but really very good in every aspect. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.